Folks, if you thought slavery was over, you have to look no further than Dallas, Texas, to see that it is alive and well. Now, if you're not aware of it, the NFL attempted to institute a policy regarding the national anthem and the flag, and the need to either stand, you didn't have to salute or put your hand over your heart, but you would have had to stand for the national anthem, or they gave you the option of remaining in the locker room. Well, they already saw the firestorm that was going to be in effect with this policy, and decided to do the right thing, which was to finally consult with the NFL Players Association, and they suspended that policy while they were negotiating. Okay, that sounds, fairly reasonable depending on what the fruits of the negotiations end up being. Well, the pictures you see in front of you are, well, the picture is a picture of the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, and his quarterback, Dak Prescott. Well, Mr. Jones happened to give an interview and was asked about the playing of the national anthem while the flag ceremony was going on. And he made a statement that, in my opinion, is absolutely that of a slave owner mentality. He stated that any player who did not show up on the field and toe the line, or showed up on the field and knelt, would be cut from the Dallas Cowboys, because he is 100% patriotic and he believes in respecting the anthem and the flag. Funny thing about it, during an exhibition game this past week, they played the national anthem. And guess what? Mr. Jones not only did not stand at attention during the playing of the national anthem, but he kept his hat on. Now, there is no absolute policy in the NFL regarding the wearing of your hat during the national anthem and the exhibition of the flag. But there is a U.S. suggestion in law. Now, it's not a law, it's a suggestion regarding the flag, that you should remove your hat. Well, it was found out that as the anthem was playing, he was informed of that suggestion. Mr. Jones continued to have his conversation with his son, Stephen Jones, and failed to remove his hat. So if Mr. Jones is so high and mighty as far as the anthem and the flag are concerned, he showed a lack of respect for it. So I guess his policy of the respect for the flag only applies to his players, but not to himself or his family members. Now, I say that to say that the NFL found out about it, and because they are in negotiations, they have instructed Mr. Jones to make no further comments about the flag anthem policy, which is probably a good thing as far as public relations is concerned. But I did say modern day slavery, an example of it on the Dallas Cowboys. So let me slide over to Mr. Dak Prescott. During an interview he gave, which is all over the right-wing medias, especially Fox, Mr. Prescott said that he does not believe in protest. He believes in action. So he will, without a doubt, stand for the national anthem at attention like the good little slave that he is, and he will push back against all others who decide to take the action during the game. Because football is a place where you come for enjoyment, and it is not the right place to protest. Well, I have news for Mr. Prescott. When it comes to protest, there is no right place. There is no right time. Protest is supposed to be messy. Protest is supposed to be counter narrative. But apparently he doesn't understand that. Now, he could have done two things. One, he could have kept his mouth shut. Or the second thing that he could have done is stated that he is under a rookie contract and he needs to get his next contract. Therefore, he does not wish to express his opinion regarding the kneeling when the anthem and flag ceremonies were going on. That would have covered him, because people understand, hey, rookie contract, you want to get that second contract, you want to get big money. Nobody would have said boo to him making that particular statement. They might have said a little to him if he had just said no comment, but he would have gotten his point across that he was in support of the players, but he also had to deal with taking care of his family. So I say to you folks, there is no better example of modern day slavery than what is occurring on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this situation got really heated, and it came to the attention of our local TV station that basically covers the Cowboys. And I will give it to Mr. Hansen. He is one of the commentators on the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe he does the games locally. He called Jerry Jones out for his hypocrisy, and rightfully so. So I guess we are going to see what's going to go down as far as the league is concerned, but more importantly, in my opinion, what's going to go down as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned. And a special note to Mr. Prescott, when you talk about actions, exactly what have you done in order to further the cause of bringing attention to police brutality against black men and women? I'm not even going to deal with Hispanics or anybody else. What have you done in order to bring attention to the murders of innocent, unarmed black men, women, and children? I took a look trying to find the actions that you had taken, and I couldn't find any. Now, let me say this, and I'm going to close. There are black athletes of note who are taking action. David Robinson down in San Antonio has partnered with an organization and has a school opened for children that are in need. And the school has been so successful that they're getting ready to open up 10 additional schools. And I believe the name of the program is IDEA, I-D-E-A, and it's in conjunction with a group that is looking out for, shall we say, underprivileged or underserved children. Now, if you're not all that familiar with San Antonio, it has a significant Hispanic population. And David Robinson has crossed or chosen to ignore race when it comes to trying to help children. Yesterday, LeBron James opened up a school in Akron, Ohio, and they're going to begin to serve grades 3 to 4. He's opening it up in conjunction with the Akron public school system. Ultimately, that school is going to serve students from K through 8th grade, I believe. The school is going to provide education for those kids. It's going on a unique program where classes and activities will run from 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. in order to keep kids off the streets and give them activities that they can utilize. He's bringing in teachers to bring these kids up to speed with quote unquote the regular population. The school is geared ultimately to go to 12th grade and is a college-bound program. He's also addressing issues with the parents as far as providing services if they need to seek employment. And he's also providing a food bank where families can come and purchase food that they can prepare at home. And finally, because of his history, he is providing every single student a bicycle, because in his history, he found that having the availability of a bicycle gave him an opportunity to get away from issues and to explore. And he wants to provide each student with that same opportunity to try to help them. Those are actions, Mr. Prescott, not words, not stating that there's no right time for a protest or right place for protest. Those are actions that will help our youth. And at the same time, bring attention to the fact that being a black man or woman in America means you have a target on your back, and that you have to perform at a higher level than the quote-unquote privileged person of Caucasian background. So now that you've made mention of actions, let's see what actions you take in furtherance of your people.